Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to discuss about the tuples. So in our previous video we have discussed the theory plus code about list, right? So now here we are going to discuss in a similar way the theory plus code about of these tuples. So tuple is a collection of items and they are ordered. It means that the elements in the tuple are ordered. So this is the basic way how the tuples are created. So what is meant by ordered? Ordered is nothing but the tuples having particular index. It means that 0, 1, 2, 3. The index is never changed. This is nothing but a positive index. When we come from back to front, that is known as a negative index. Okay. A tuple is a collection of elements, and the major difference is nothing but they are immutable. So when you watch my previous lectures about list, as we know that lists are said to be mutable. It means that they can be changed, but tuples are immutable. It means that they cannot be changed. Once the data which is stored by using these tuples, it cannot be changed in our entire life. It means that that is the one of the advantages of the tuples, which is used to store the permanent data, and it is a high secure. If it is not changeable, then anyone cannot change, right? So that's how the tuples are more secure, and the tuples are represented by these open brackets, and this is used to convert the any data set into the tuple. Okay, tuples are high secure and the faster, because by this immutability feature they are nothing but high secure. Okay, so this is the type of the tuple. So the closed brackets, you have to mention this comma. If you cannot mention that, it is known as a integer. These are most important for the 1 mark bits, right? So tuple, so everything about this tuple and the list is same, but what makes the difference is about based upon this that immutability and the mutability is the major difference between those. So tuples, so list store different data type of elements like integer, float, string value, boolean values, all this. So in a similar way, tuple is also used to store integer, strings value, boolean value, so all this. But what makes difference? The security and the applications. So this is how we have discussed indexing, right? Which is very similar manner. So now here we are going to execute that in our VS code, and let's see. This is all about indexing and the tuple. So these are nothing but by using these loops we can access them. These are the some of the built-in functions in these tuples. These are the nested tuples. Okay, the real life applications of the tuples. Where does the tuples are really used? We have discussed about real life applications of lists, right? So now here similarly we are going to discuss about the real life applications of tuples. So when you so we have discussed about the functions, right? So def of add functions, when you want to return these multiple values, then here we are going to use this open brackets. If we are using this open brackets, then it is said to be a tuple. So it is also a tuple, man, because we are storing the variables in that. Okay, so RGB values in the web development, we are going to use this RGB values for CSS and the HTML coloring, right? For those RGB values are stored in the tuples. So most of the ML datasets, machine learning, such datasets, real life datasets which are downloaded from this Kaggle website, all are stored in the tuple. So this is how these all datasets are stored in the open brackets. Okay, they are nothing but the CSV files. Okay, now here we are going to execute all these properties in our VS code. This is how the basic way how to create the tuples, where tuple by using this. Now let's execute this program and let's see. So this is known as a tuple, which is stored in the elements. Now we are going to add multiple elements like different data types. Okay, Python, false, these are nothing but a boolean values, right? So this is how we are going to add this float value and the double. So all the different types of data types. Okay, similar to list, but there is something different about this tuple. This is how we create the tuple. So let me create a list, right? So what makes difference between this list and the tuple? Just we are going to replace the open brackets, the parentheses with the square bracket, right? This is the major difference between this list and the tuple. So can we convert the list into tuple? Yes, we can convert the list into tuple by using the a tuple constructor, sorry, where tuple of we are going to pass that particular list. Okay, when we use this tuple constructor, what is meant by constructor? Okay, we are going to discuss it, no worries. So this is how the list is converted into the tuple by using this tuple constructor. This is nothing but a tuple constructor which is used to convert the different list set data types into the tuple values. Okay, now what if, now how can you say that this is a tuple? By using this type. Okay, type, we are going to pass that particular variable name which the elements are stored. When we use this type function, we are going to find out, so it's a class of tuple, it means that it is a tuple. So when we use this type of, when we pass the list, so what does it going to give? It going to give the data type of the particular variable. This is nothing but a class of list. Okay, this is how we can find out the data types of the particular list or the tuple based upon this type function. Okay, what if can we store the single element in a tuple where t is a variable which I store 10? So can you name what is the data type of this particular one? Okay, let me check it by using this tuple. Are it tuple or any random value? Are it also integer anything? It's nothing but class of int. So this is the int value. Hey, are you kidding, man? You just said the any elements which are stored in the square brackets are said to be tuples. Then now here you are saying it gives us integer. As the system failed? No, no, no. So it is nothing but it's a integer actually. How can you say that? The tuple elements are distinguished by using these commas. Now let execute this program. So or else it gives the integer or else a random value. So it gives that the tuple, because when you store a single integer in a open parenthesis, then the interpreter confirms that it is a integer. But when you mention the comma values, then it automatically specifies that it is a tuple. Okay, make sure that when the single element is stored in a open parenthesis, you must specify the comma value. Okay, then the interpreter understand that it is a tuple, so some of the elements are going to be included. Okay, if you do not specify any comma here, then it automatically specify that it is a integer. Okay, make sure that you must take, make sure that you must do that. Okay, now here we are having this indexing. In a similar way, everything is same, man, there's nothing more difference in that. So as usual way we are going to perform the indexing. So print tup, that is nothing but a variable name which I are stored. Let me uh, print the value which is at the fifth index. Okay, this is nothing but a indexing which is used with the list elements. Sorry, we are going to use the square brackets, right? So give me the element which is at the fifth index. Okay, this is nothing but it gives this element that is nothing but a false which is at the fifth index. The element, the index, the element which is at the fifth index is nothing but a false value. Okay, now here we are having -1. -1 is nothing but the element which is at the last index, that is nothing but a negative index in 6.5. Okay, this is all about this list indexing which is used to uh, extract one value at a time. So here we are having list slicing, man, in a similar way how we discussed in this list. Everything is same about of it, but then why are you teaching it again? Just for have somewhat difference, right? 2 3 4. Okay, this about the list tuple slicing. Can we reverse the tuples? Why can't we? So we have reversed the list, right? Then why can't we reverse the tuple elements in a similar way by using this slicing indexing? As I mentioned, that starting value, ending value, step count, right? So in this, sorry, in this way we are going to reverse the tuple elements. Okay, as I said that the tuples are immutable. This is the major difference between the list and the tuple. Immutability of the tuples. Let me suppose change the element at the second index to 1000. Okay, now let me print that particular tuple value. So is it changes or it going to give a random value? It gives that type error tuple of 2 is equals to 100. Type error tuple object does not support item assignment. It means that the tuples are immutable. Okay, that is the major difference between this list and tuple. Everything rest of the thing is same, just this immutability. We cannot change the tuple items. Once the tuple is created, then it cannot be changed. Okay, that is the why the tuples are more secure than the list values, because once they are assigned they cannot be changed. Okay, and they are more faster than the list elements. Okay, now here we are having another most important, that is nothing but a tuple operations. Can we combine two tuples? As I said that we cannot change the tuple elements. It means that we cannot add the tuple elements, we cannot delete the tuple elements. But what are the tuple operations? That is nothing but combining two tuples. Let me suppose create a variable a 1 2 3 4, and other one is nothing but b is equals to Python work. So all these are the variables. Now here we are going to concatenate the two tuples, which are nothing but combining the two tuples. See 1 2 3 4 and the Python and the work. These are the variables. So make sure that there is no rule to specify equal number of elements in the two tuples. So by using this is nothing but a tuple concatenation. Tuple concatenation. So when we go through the strings, we can understand about the string content concatenation. In a similar way, we are having here, that is nothing but a tuple concatenation. So can we repeat the tuple elements? Okay, yes, we have that a future because they are immutable. So but here we are having that future, that is nothing but a repetition of these tuples. It means that we can repeat the tuple elements. So here can you guess this output? A into 2, it means that it going to give 1 square, 2 square, 3 square or 4 square, or else any other output. If you say 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4, then you are wrong. Okay, but you have tried, right? You tried your level best, that is well and good. So it going to repeat the tuple items. Okay, it's not going to square the values in the tuple because they are immutable, man. We cannot change the elements in the list, we cannot change the elements in the tuple. Okay, because that is the why here we have used the repetition is nothing but repeating the tuple elements. It means that 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, it get the tuple elements in that elements in the tuple are repeated. Okay, that is about the uh, repetition. So here we are having membership operator. Membership is nothing but in, right? So by using this in, we are going to get the boolean values. Let me suppose 2 in that particular a value. So what does it gives? 2 is present in the tuple, right? So it gives true value. Let me suppose give b. How crazy, man, you are. Okay, let's see. So 2 in that b. So b does 2 element in that b tuple? Not, right? So then it gives this false value. Okay, very simple. This is how the membership operator works. So where does it use it? So in the large data sets, when you are going to deal, then here we are going to check those particular values. Now here, how can I access the multiple tuple elements? By using these loop values. Let me suppose create a tuple named A, B, C, D. Okay, these are the tuple elements. Now here I am going to access them by using this for loop. For I in C, let me print I. So this is nothing but a membership operator, right? So which we have previously discussed. See, A, B, C, D. Now here we can modify this a little bit by using this indexing. We are going to access the elements. This is nothing but a len function, so which we are not discussed still now, but now we are going to discuss about of it. Based upon this index we are going to access. So see, based upon this len function we are going to access the tuple elements. Okay, now here we are having built-in functions, man. That is nothing but, let me print c dot. So these are all this count and the index, these are all we are going to discuss, but let me give a len. So len is nothing but user to find out the number of elements in that particular tuple. Okay, max is used to find the maximum element in those particular tuple. Okay, in a similar way, minimum is used to find the minimum value in that tuple, right? Okay, this is the len is nothing but a 4 and it gives maximum value as d. So how can you say that when you are dealing with a strings, it's nothing but when you are dealing with the characters, how can you say that it's a maximum value or minimum value? By using these ASCII values. Do you know that ASCII values of these alphabets, the capital A to capital Z and small a to small z, where capital A to capital Z where starts from 65 to 90, and small a to small z starts from 90 to around 120, right? So based upon this comparison of ASCII values, we are going to print that. Okay, D is the maximum value which are having maximum ASCII value, and A is the minimum ASCII value, right? Based upon this, we are going to find out this. Okay, now here we are having tuple methods, where previously we have seen that count and index, right? Let me suppose c dot count which is used to find out the number of times that a particular element is repeated in that particular tuple. Okay, let me mention a string that is nothing but a. So now here it going to give the count of the a. It means that in the tuple c the a is repeated totally 3 times, right? Okay, so now based upon this we are going to find out the count. In a similar way, we are having index, so we can find out the index of particular element in that tuple. Okay, okay, b is not in tuple. So make sure that you mentioned element is must exist in that particular tuple, or else it's going to give a error. Okay, so this is all about of the tuples. So here, see here, c dot index is nothing but, here I have given a element, but a is present at 0 index and a is present at the last index. So it gives first priority to the a. It means that how it works means, by internal function it going to run a for loop, and if the you mentioned element is equals to the element in the tuple, it going to stop that loop and it going to give the particular index. So here a is founded at the 0 index, then it gives the 0 index. The loop can't runs at the end. Okay, this is the one of the exception here. We are going to try this out. Okay, by using this if else conditions. So this is all about of the list. So now here, sorry, this is all about of the tuples. So now here, where does these tuples are really used? Because tuples are really used, let me suppose create a function def of add. Let me pass two integers, that is nothing but uh, n1 comma n2. These are the two integers that are taken from this user, and then return n1 comma n2. Okay, this is how we are using the tuples. Now print add of 2 comma 3. Okay, this is the one of the real applications of the tuple. So see, the output is the tuple, because here we have returning a tuple value. So can we return a list? Is it possible to return a list? See how it works. It does work. It works or not? So it works. So we can return a list and we can return a tuple. Okay, so some of the most applications are nothing but they are used to store the data sets, and they are used to store the fixed values. It means that the data which cannot be changed always remains constant. So those in those conditions we are going to use the tuples to store them, and which the tuples are used to return multiple values from the functions. So this is all about of the tuples. If you have any doubts, please go through the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel. In our upcoming videos we are going to discuss all about of these Python concepts from very basic to advanced, right? Okay, thank you.